So that was the core qualities of a leader. Now, here's an exercise, and I strongly suggest you do this as well. Everything you've read here and understood, rewrite on the following page. Rewrite on the following page in your own language and in your own words. We're having this translated in Spanish, German, Italian, and other languages. But in the meantime, if you're Maltese, give it a shot. Write it down in Maltese, a language you use and you understand, or be it Italian, or be it Romanian, whatever the case. Rewrite this down, because when you come to actually study it, if you will, you have it in your own language. And actually, this was a lesson given to me many years ago by my language teacher back in school. Anyway, so the system we use is relatively simple. Generally, when we show the business the first time to someone, we give them a preview to a movie, if you will. If you think of a preview to a movie, you don't see the ending, you just see a few good parts, and that's it. And that's the video we have uploaded on this YouTube channel as well. So we start with that, and we start inviting them then to an event, to a Zoom call. Like we said, that's right. This is a global business, so you'll be using Zoom a lot, and if you don't yet, your sponsorship and upline are always there, creating events all over. So once you start signing people up, again, your upline will be there with you to show you through all the loops, but make sure you have all the previous steps we covered before in place. So your link to open a broker account, your link to open an account. Make it easy for whoever joins your team. Make it user-friendly, kind of thing. Now, one of the most important things to build in your business is not necessarily what works for you. It is what duplicates. In other words, what can be done by anyone. If I show up to a coffee shop in a flashy sports car and people join my team because I have a flashy sports car, that works for me. But that won't work for you unless you're going to stay chasing my sports car all the time. So do something that can be accessible, simple. I've seen people who oversell it, maybe decorate the truth too much, maybe make it sound like it's too good to be true. Those are all mistakes I've made, and I suggest that you do not do them. Things that duplicate, honesty. Listen, I've just started this business. I'm really excited about it. It looks fantastic to me. I'd really love to share it with you. Let's meet for 10 minutes. That's it. Simple. I really don't get into so much detail. Meeting in public places, coffee shops, hotel foyers, neutral grounds. You don't really need to invite people home. All that stuff is duplicatable. Now, here you have a couple of examples of what we were just spoke. So keep it simple. I mean, today, messaging, WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, Facebook, Messenger. My God, there's an infinite number of ways to connect with people. And I actually forgot to mention the first two things why the phone was invented: SMS and an actual phone call, which sometimes I prefer so much more, because you're actually talking to a person as opposed to texting all day long. But in any case, pick whatever style you want. I have friends of mine who actually do not even have social media. They don't have Facebook, they don't have Instagram. They just don't want to have it, but that's fine as well. Everybody knows someone, but in the beginning, keep it simple. And you have a couple of examples how to handle objections, and I'll go through a couple of the difficult ones because anybody can do the easy ones. And whatever you do, it says right here, handle objections and everything else in a professional and ethical manner. You will get no's. You will get people who will say no to your business. It really doesn't matter how well you do. I've experienced this. I had a very good friend of mine who were together all the way from school. He was my accountant at the time, so he actually used to see my checks. He used to see how much I was earning, and some checks were 5 figures in a month. He never joined my business. To this day, I have no idea why. It's For some, it's fine. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. So I'd really like to get into. I mean, you can use this these tips, like you can read them on your own, but I'll go into the tone of which I would prefer using. Someone tells me it's a scam. You really believe so? Great. Would you mind showing me how it's a scam? Because I really believe it's legit. And that can be one of two things: either calling their bluff, or they truly believe it's a scam and they want to protect you, and give them the chance to do so. And you might be an eye opener, or it might fall. The reality is this. This is not written here, but write this down. You can offer the business in the best way possible to a negative person, and they'll never join. You can offer the business, call it half-assed way, maybe to a positive person, and they will join. If you see how I was offered the business, maybe it's not the best way possible, but I'm here because I'm always looking for something that can improve my life and that of the ones that I care for. So I don't have money, and this is is one of the big ones. I mean, everybody doesn't have enough money these days. You're nothing special if you don't have money. But what you need to think about is, how long are you going to keep saying that? I've had people last week calling me on the phone and almost crying, telling me they can't pay their subscription while they are on holiday. It's not a problem. Your problem isn't money. Your problem is priorities. I know students, young people who obviously don't really have a wage or an income yet, or something small part-time, but they all have expensive phones. I bet you anything, if their phone breaks today, they'll have it fixed by tomorrow. It doesn't really matter what it costs. So the reality here is not, I don't have money, I don't have the right priorities. I don't have time. Again, we've all been through this. We're all here. I'm a father of two. I have a full-time business. I do part-time stuff for fun. Trust me, 24 hours a day is never enough. If I could sell time, I'd be the wealthiest man on earth. We're all busy. But again, same thing like with money. If you don't have enough money to start, or you don't have enough time to start, how long are you going to keep saying that? How long will you expect things to change by doing the same thing? It's just not going to happen. So I don't know any people. I don't know anyone who would be interested. Okay, read this on your own. I know people who tried and lost money, and this is a good one. Generally, the first thing that comes to mind almost instantly and automatically to me is, you either didn't have the right mentorship, or you didn't do it, or you tried to reinvent the wheel yourself. So basically, you didn't follow, or this person who didn't succeed didn't follow the core qualities, because anyone who did made it. So it's kind of it's a pyramid, and I can easily explain this. I've been through this so many times. You know what a pyramid is? A job where you have a lot of pawns at the bottom, and then there's supervisors on top of those, a few less of them, there's managers on top of those, and all the way up to the CEO, and that's a pyramid for you. In a pyramid, you can never earn more money than your sponsor, the person who introduced you, or the person above you, if you will. In my previous network, and even in this one, and I think even in the only other I ever joined, I always earned more than my sponsor. In one case, 10 times more. You tell me how that works or happens in a pyramid. It doesn't. Someone who says it doesn't work, well, you know what? I'm new, I just started, I can't really argue with that. I don't have results to show you, but you know what I can do is show you the results of my upline, my sponsor, and look at what great results they're getting. Again, you're edifying the organization, you're using their results in your favor, and they're happy to do so. So I'm gonna bring this to a quick close. Again, I wish you the best. Well, not luck. You know what luck is? When opportunity meets preparation. I used to get triggered by this. Someone used to tell me, oh, you manage because you're lucky. Yes, I am lucky. I'm prepared for the opportunity. Are you? It's that simple. That's what luck is. Being prepared for the opportunity. So the opportunities will present themselves. You just have to be prepared. That's all. Have fun. Enjoy. See you soon.